Oh, welcome to On the Bench LFC. How are you all doing? It's a late night live stream again. Thank you for joining me, everyone that's going to be joining me in a live stream. British Warrior, Louis, welcome to the live chat, my friends. To anyone else that joins in live, welcome. Daryl, good to see you in as well. Always like seeing the name Daryl, of course. Mark, Banter, Tony, legends. Thank you. To anyone that's watching this back, then thank you for doing so. If it stays up there, some of these late night live streams don't end up staying up on the channel just because they may be a bit uncensored. Okay, so just for those purposes, some of them don't end up staying up. All right, but for those of you that catch it live, congratulations. Hi Dad, says Connor. That's obviously hi Daz. Hello Connor, or son should I say. Evening Eugene, how are you? Anna Wanati, what's new mate? Reason, welcome to the stream my friend. So obviously it's going to be a live Q&A. It's a laid back one, so you guys can ask me whatever you would like. The latest that we're seeing today, obviously today we've seen Joyce, Bascom and Maddock all have their say on the Nabil Fekir stuff, saying that Liverpool have had no contact with Leon since the deal broke down. I did a live stream earlier, didn't I? For those of you that caught that, you'll know that I said about Maddock saying it. Then afterwards, we've seen the other guys jump on board as well. In that live stream, I also said that we should be looking at the rumours surrounding the Barcelona keeper, but apparently those rumours are not true, so we can tick that one off maybe. But at the same time, something that I will say that I'm doing is not listening to too much that we're seeing transfer rumour wise right now, whether that's good or bad, for or against. That's what I'm saying. Gado says good looking. Oh, thank you, Gado. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're good, my friend. Matthew says, hey, Daz. Hello, Matthew. Hope you're okay, my friend. Welcome to the stream. Rishi, hello, Jack. Any updates on Shaqiri, Daz? Jack, welcome to the stream, firstly. Shaqiri, it's the same as what we've seen before. I believe after the World Cup is out of the way, then we know for definite. But with all the Liverpool journalists jumping on board with the Shaqiri stuff, I was like, yes, it looks good. Then they said that Liverpool called their interest. I don't believe that personally, guys, but we'll see anyway. The latest that we saw was after the World Cup, Liverpool will be signing him. I think that's probably true as well. So I'm hoping. Anyway, I know people are umming and ahhing over Shaqiri, whether he'll be a good signing for Liverpool or not. I like that though. I like that fans are not sure over certain players. It makes for a good discussion, doesn't it? It definitely makes for a good discussion in the live chats. Burden says hi all. Hello Burden, good to see you in another live stream, mate. Louis, how comes all of the journalists say the deal is on, then 1 minute's off? It's so confusing, with one of those little laughing faces. That's the point, Louis. This is what I want to say. I was on an Anfield Agenda podcast tonight, and we was asked about this, and I said something that I want to stress at the moment, and that is that I don't think anyone has a clue what's going on. The trusted Liverpool journalists, are they trusted Liverpool journalists anymore? No. I think what they're being fed is what Liverpool want them to know, and if Liverpool don't want them to know anything, i.e. Fabinho, they didn't know, did they? They really didn't. So I'm wondering, and this is what I wanted to bring up in this live stream tonight, guys, is could this be a Liverpool tactic? Could be. It might not be. It might just be that Liverpool aren't interested in Fekir anymore. That could just be as simple as that, couldn't it? But don't forget that this is how transfers work. Leon are very vocal, aren't they? Liverpool have been very quiet, but Liverpool could be using those journalists to come out and say all this. Like you say, 1 minute they're all quiet, next minute they're all like as if they've got a bit of information. Wondering whether Liverpool maybe used them to put this out to maybe make Leon panic a little bit. And so, it was leaked the other day, wasn't it, through the Mirror, or the Mirror at least, said that the negotiations were back on, and then Dave Maddock was the first to say they wasn't, and now the others have followed suit. So yeah, I'm wondering whether Liverpool are kind of using that, like dangling the carrot a little bit, saying, yeah, we're interested, no, we're not interested, and Leon are like, are you interested or not? Leon trying to use other teams. See, it's what goes on with transfers. It definitely, you know this, everyone knows this. Leon are going to be using Man United, Real Madrid, those rumours to try and say to Liverpool, come on, you need to hurry up because other teams are interested. They're not interested. They might be, but I don't buy all that. Nabil Fekir wants Liverpool. All right, maybe Liverpool are using these journalists to say to Leon, no, we're not interested. So that swings it back round to Leon. Do you see what I mean? Could well be that case, couldn't it? Craig Hendry says, hi, Daz. Hello, Craig. How are you, mate? Good to see you in a live stream tonight as well. Who will win the World Cup? Well, Connor, actually. A lot of people are saying it looks good for England, but I think the French team looks really good. I think they've got such a solid squad. You know, I said it before that I think France, one of my favourites to win it. So, yeah, a question for the live chat maybe. Who's going to win the World Cup from what you guys are seeing? I'm trying to make it my mission now to see as many of the World Cup games before it finishes as possible because I didn't get to see a lot of the group stage games. But did you catch Denmark versus Croatia? Two keepers really had a good game. I noticed that the keepers had a good game banter, but I didn't get to see a lot of it. Yeah, I really didn't get to see a lot of that game, but yeah, I heard that the keepers were on top form. A lot of people saying Liverpool need to sign them. I love that. A keeper has a good game in the World Cup and everyone's like, Liverpool need to sign them. Matthew says, just want to say thanks for replying to me on Twitter. Love the interaction both on YouTube and Twitter. You're very welcome, Matthew. I try my best. I do try my best. I always try to reply to everyone's comments on YouTube, Twitter. People message me on Snapchat. Not that somehow I've been logged out of my Snapchat. So for anyone that's been messaging me on Snapchat over the last few days, I can't log back into my Snapchat. Right? I don't know what's happened now. I think I've been hacked. Right? So bear with me on Snapchat, guys. But yeah, and on Facebook and emails as well. So you'll have to bear with me if you don't always get a reply, guys, because I get a lot of messages each day. But I do try my best, so yeah, you're very welcome for the replies, guys. It's one of the reasons why I started YouTube is to talk to Liverpool supporters. That's all I am coming in as a Liverpool supporter. So, thank you for messaging me. It works both ways, mate. It's coming home. England to win, says Matthew. Yeah, I'd love England to win. I really would. I still just look at our team and I just think, have they got enough balls to win it? Do you know what I mean? I feel like this World Cup is everyone being a little bit... I mean, you look at Spain, try and do that tiki-taka. They didn't have any balls, did they, to really try and take that game to Russia. And I wonder whether Liverpool, I wonder whether England are going to have the balls to really take it to teams. I hope they do. I think Klopp will stick with Karius next season, says Burden. You're not the only one that thinks that, mate. You're really not. I'm even thinking Karius might stay number one and we might see another goalkeeper come in to compete. Look, it's not as the window goes on. I'm not one of these that is panicking as the window goes on because I still feel once the World Cup's out of the way, that's when our transfer business will continue. That's my beliefs with it. But at the same time, when you're looking at the top goalkeepers that we were linked with, or the rumours, Alisson, Oblak, I never fully believed the Oblak ones because there wasn't much evidence to do with it. I still feel that Alisson was our number one goalkeeper target, but I feel that Roma want too much for him for what Liverpool are willing to pay. So I struggle to see us bringing in a top goalkeeper in that area, but I would love to think that we will do that. I really want to see Liverpool strengthening that area. Michael Dunn, hail in the chat. Hello, Michael, my friend. Hope you're very good tonight, mate. Double D, 106 points in the season on Footy Manager. Beat that. Yes, Double D. You know, you look at Man City last year, they come pretty close to that, didn't they? So I'm hoping Liverpool kind of match that next year. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Craig says, remember the question I gave you about Kasper on Twitter? I was wondering what everyone thinks. Yeah, guys, what do you lot make of Kasper Schmeichel as goalkeeper? I asked it before, mate. I asked it whether people would take Kasper. I said, I know a lot of people close to me that rate him, my dad being one of them. My dad has done his goalkeeping coaching certificates and all that, and he says, look, he does all the basics right. He says he really rates him. He says very good keeper. So yeah, he said to me that Liverpool should be signing him, and I was like, yeah, but can you see his dad at Anfield? You know, that old cliche. When I asked it before, I know a lot of Liverpool fans were like, no. But if Liverpool aren't going to go and sign Alisson or Black or someone like that, would you guys, who would you prefer? Pope, Schmeichel, you know, Butler? Those are the sort of names that you're fishing at. We're seeing today that the Barcelona keeper, the rumours are out. So yeah, put it in the live chat, guys. Let me know your views. Gallagher says, hey Daz. Hello Gallagher. Good to see you in the live chat tonight. Pog says, wish list, Fekir. Very short wish list. Is there anyone else on that low, Pog? But yeah, Fekir is definitely on my wish list as well, mate, for definite. Matthew says, I agree. Reckon LFC are becoming much better at controlling the media for their advantage after the problems with Van Dijk. Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. I think they learned from their mistakes. I think they learned some lessons. I think, you know, Liverpool as a whole are still in that learning curve. I think FSG have got the right people in place. I think Liverpool are still learning. I look at some of the wording that they use in interviews, and they even talk about learning from things. So, and they know what they've got to do. So, yeah, I think that we are still learning. I think the media, you know, are in the dark over stuff. We've seen the evidence of that with the Fabinho move this window. Everyone was talking about how quick that was, but it actually did go on for a couple of months. Credit to Liverpool Football Club, credit to Monaco. They kept it quiet. Both teams kept it quiet. That's the way I think business should be done. I prefer that. I see a lot of Liverpool fans did prefer that as well. But yeah, with the journalists, if they're going to get some information, or if they're going to be close to Liverpool Football Club, then it needs to benefit Liverpool, doesn't it? And I think if they're going to use it to help secure targets, we could be seeing something in that form with all of them coming out over this Fekir stuff. Really could, because it's twisting and turning every day, isn't it? Every other day. That's why, you guys know, I got to a point where I was doing so many videos on Fekir. I got to the point where I was like, look guys, I'm going to stop, because it was a headache. You know, and I don't even work for Liverpool Football Club, and it was a headache. It's a headache for every Liverpool fan, wasn't it? It still is really, but I'm not buying into everything that we're seeing at the moment. I'm just going to sit back and wait to see whether Fekir ends up a Liverpool player. Hopefully so. Whereby those rumours of United and Real Madrid aren't true. I think Klopp will stick by Karius next season. Mark, what was that, my friend? Whereby those rumours... sorry, Mark, can you reword that, buddy? Something about those rumours of United and Real Madrid. I think you're trying to say, Mark, that you don't think those rumours are true, but just the wording was confusing me a little bit, bud. I think Klopp will stick with Karius. Yeah, I saw that. Thomas has said, boom, welcome to the stream, mate. See my chat jump back up. My apologies, guys. Mark said, I don't believe a word what con journalists say, that are full of crap. Yeah, I love it. Michael, you're so blunt when it comes to journalists. See, this is an example right here, guys. Michael, you know, was my first ever mod. He's been a subscriber to my channel since the beginning. Michael, you've been with me through a fair few transfer windows now. Michael, in your opinion, has this transfer window been one of the worst? Even though Liverpool have learned from their mistakes, this transfer window has been one of the worst, hasn't it? For rumours and for journalists, you know, hit and miss with everything, hasn't it, really? David says, anyone see how good Schmeichel was for the Penos? Yeah, see, I missed it because I was on the podcast. We had to do the podcast while the game was on, so I definitely missed it. But I heard that it was really good. Adam says, I'm sure Fekir said he would only sign for a club who plays attacking football. Good luck with man scum signing him. Lol. Well, there you go, Adam. It says it all, doesn't it? The proof is in the pudding, as you could say. And let's face it, Man United are not considered a pudding in any way, shape or form. Actually, if Man United was a pudding, what pudding would they be? Or if they was a food, what food would you say Man United was? You know, not a very nice food at all. Even when you say the name, it just doesn't taste nice, does it? Leaves a horrible taste in the mouth. Croatia versus France final, says Pog. Croatia are doing very, very well. I like that Croatia are doing very well as well. France, Brazil or Belgium will win, says British Warrior. You know, Belgium, it was like Belgium's B team versus England's B team, and you saw what happened with that one. So, yeah, Belgium have got a very talented team. Brazil, talented squad if they use Bobby. I said that Brazil have got a chance of winning it only if they use Bobby. If they don't use Bobby, I don't think they'll win it. I really don't. I think they're a good team. And, you know, commentators, when I saw Brazil last play, commentators were saying this Brazil team are very good, but they haven't quite hit their peak yet. We know they can do better. Yeah, we know they can do better. Play Bobby up front instead of Jesus. Boom. Job done. They will be a lot better. Bobby will seriously link up the rest of their attacking players around him. He's their missing link. I really do think he is up top there. Burden says, hey Thomas. Fakir, number 10, says Connor. Yeah. Connor says, yes, Daz, I didn't catch you earlier, but are you to watch every day in vids? Yeah, welcome to the stream, Connor. Firstly, mate. Yeah, obviously I did do a live stream earlier, guys. You know, I know people can't always catch every single one, like you're saying that, but I'm just glad when you guys do get to catch the odd live stream, and it means a lot that you guys tune in from time to time. It's brilliant to get your guys' views on what's going on with Liverpool. I'll tell you what though, guys, even though the World Cup's been on, I haven't been able to watch it all, but I know a lot of you have watched like nearly every single game. But how badly are you missing Liverpool? I am missing Liverpool so much. I'm looking forward to the pre-season games, but I just can't wait for the next season to kick off. I really can't, and it's got nothing to do with the transfers. I'm looking forward to the new signings play, but I just want Liverpool to play football again. I hate it. I don't even like it when we're playing during a season and we have an international break of a week or two. Do you know what I mean? I hate it when Liverpool aren't playing, guys. I really do. Stephanie says, hi, Dash. Michael is 31. That's my problem with him. Yeah, mate, I get it. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, goalkeepers though, it's goalkeepers, you know, it's experienced. I'd like to see what other people say as well, but fair enough. I know people obviously look at it, it's interesting. Is there any other reason other than like his age that you wouldn't take him? I think it might say a lot in your point of view that the first thing that you pointed out was like his age, but is there another reason as well? You know, I think the first thing that I said when people have said to me Liverpool need to sign him, I said, yeah, but his dad, you know. So we're not saying he's not good enough for Liverpool. We're picking at other reasons. So yeah, it's different, isn't it? I'm Cryptic says, can I get a shout out? I'm Cryptic. There's your shout out. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Big shout out to you, mate. I hope you're having a wicked evening or day wherever you're watching from. Connor says, where will we finish next season? Very good question. It's difficult to predict, but I'm hoping that Liverpool will be battling with City for the number one spot. I'm not one of these that's saying that Liverpool are nailed on to win next year. I'm not saying that it's our year, you know. I'm not going to do that. City were really, really good last year. They're going to be very, very good next year. Other teams are going to strengthen. They're going to be trying to do the same as us and trying to match City. City they're the benchmark, aren't they? They're the team that everyone's going to be trying to compete with. I'm hoping that more teams take more points from City. Hoping that it's a bit more of an open race. That would be nice to see. I'll put Liverpool up there. I see us definitely finishing in the top 4 spot again. I'm hoping to see more of a progression. The main thing that I look at is if Liverpool don't win it next year, I want to see us finish second because I want to see that progression, but we need to win silverware next year. I think that's what I really, really want to see. If we can't quite win the title next year, win another bit of silverware. Is that all right to say? It's just difficult when you look at how good City was. And the transfer window's not over yet. I'm looking at the goalkeeping situation. I'm looking at if we don't sign Nabil Fekir, if Klopp hasn't seen an alternative to Fekir. You know what Klopp's like. He won't just go and spend money on another player. So, yes, we've got Naby Keita in, which will be a big improvement, I think. Plus, we've got Fabinho in. We need that holding midfielder. We definitely do. Naby Keita's solid defensively as well in that midfield. So we will be better. We will be better. But when you're looking at the goalkeeping situation, that is a big area. If after the transfer window shut, we've sorted out that goalkeeping area, then I would say that Liverpool could really compete. But until we know about all that, I think there's still some key targets that we need to sign to really compete. And until we do that, and until we see we do that, I won't sit here and say that Liverpool definitely can match Man City's power, because it's horrible to say, but they're very strong. England to win, the under 19 and 21 won last year. Now it's turned for the first team, says Mark. Yeah, hopefully so. Like everyone's saying, the path is kind of opening up nicely for England. We still got a job to do, but if we get through this next step, then this is the time that England really need to take it by the grasp. We need to show the balls. We need to put our balls on the table and really show that we've got the quality, because we have got the players, we have got the quality. And Henson needs to play in midfield, not Dyer. Henson needs to be back in that first team, doesn't he, for the next game? Because as much as other fans hate Henson is better than Dyer. Sorry, he is. Gary Neville is such a bum, keeps slagging Lovren off on ITV. I don't know what his problem is with Lovren, I really don't. Lovren has been absolutely solid. Even though I ain't watched him a lot this World Cup, all I hear from people that have is that Lovren has been fantastic. And Lovren has worked so hard to become a better centre-back. We've said it time and time again on this channel for Liverpool. He's really proving that he's worked hard. I said that he needs to be more consistent, but apparently he's putting in a shift at the World Cup as well, so I'm happy for Lovren, I really am. I don't know what Neville's problem is if he's slagging him off. Michael says, I already said, hey, but the comments are going too fast. Is there any way that it can slow down a bit, mate? I could put on slow mode, but I think it would just stop people from commenting, mate. I think I did it before, and loads of people was moaning about it. So I will see your comments, mate, because you're the blue spanner. So keep commenting, Michael. I will see it, buddy. I promise. I will keep an eye out for your comments as well. I think Fekir will happen, just delayed. I want England to win, but I think Brazil or France are going to win. Yes. Keeper situation. Fekir, Vasquez. Connor, obviously you're talking about the latest rumours. Obviously with the Barcelona keeper, apparently those are not true. Apparently he's not a target for Liverpool. Fekir, we've seen the latest today. Apparently Liverpool haven't been in negotiations with them recently. A lot of the journalists are jumping on that one. I said it's up to everyone who they want to believe in. And think for me, it could be a tactic by Liverpool, this step, but it's always twisting and turning. And Vasquez, I said it's more likely than the Asensio links, but again, it's just rumours until the World Cup and stuff is kind of over. But as teams are dropping out, it's very possible that we do see these players could move to Liverpool. I'm only dropping in, but I hope everyone is well. Sam, hope you're well as well, my friend. Sam, you're only dropping in. Ugh. He's only dropping in and then he's dropping out. Hope you're good anyway, Sam. Brazil and France will meet in the semi-final. Paul Joyce, rubbish reports about Sillerson. Yes, Ben, exactly. Very true. I think Karius will stay with Pope as competition. Yeah, this is a sort of keeper that I see coming in. Someone to compete with Karius, maybe. That's kind of, like I said, Alisson looks like he was that number one target. Roma are playing hardball. Liverpool aren't going to match what they want for him. So it'd be someone along the lines of Pope, wouldn't it? And then, Karius stays. I always said I don't think Karius is booted out of the club yet. I see Mignolet leaving. I see Danny Ward going to get game time. So I think that's the most possible outlook on it. And if Karius isn't ready mentally, then Pope or someone, whoever comes in, gets the jump on him, don't they? Yes, I am, Daz, mate. Good man. Kieran says, do you think too many teams are parking the bus more in this World Cup? Yeah, I think they're playing it safe, Kieran. I think they're being too safety, too nicey. I've said it quite a bit. Everyone that is talking to me about the World Cup is saying this World Cup has been such a shock. And I think it's because the big teams are just playing it too safe. Don't be safe. Show your qualities. If they're going to do that, they're gonna be out of the World Cup. They're not gonna win, are they? Look at Liverpool. Liverpool play all out, don't they? It's all or nothing. That got us to a Champions League final. I'm sorry, but as a Liverpool fan, we expect that sort of football now, don't we? So it's horrible to watch these games when they're really not trying to play that sort of football. I can't stand watching other teams, especially when you see the quality that some of these teams have as well in the World Cup. When you think you've got the ability, why are you not using it? But yeah, I think that's what it is, mate, to be honest. Connor says, Daz, do you think we'll get another striker to replace Danny Ings? I don't think so, Connor. Not me personally. I've seen other people say that we might do, but I'm looking at the Brewster situation, how he signed that contract at Liverpool. He wasn't going to. So I think he's had some reassurances that he's going to get game time. Origi apparently has got pre-season as well to prove himself. So Origi might be one that stays back. Who knows? He might end up going. If Origi doesn't prove himself and ends up going, maybe we look to bring in a striker. But if you're looking at Brewster, Danny Wilson apparently he's got pre-season to prove himself. Wilson can play as a striker as well. You're looking at Bobby there. Bobby's our number one striker. Klopp is going to be looking at the youngsters there and say, look, these players need game time. Yeah, I don't see us going into a transfer market for a striker, not this window. If all else fails, then we might see us go in for one in the next transfer window. That's where my head is at. I think that maybe Origi stays with Danny Ings going. We see as well that Daniel Sturridge, other teams aren't willing to pay what Liverpool want and his wages. Sturridge might end up staying back. Origi might go. There's a couple of options there, isn't there? So as much as I don't see a future for Daniel Sturridge at Liverpool, if Klopp wants to, give Brewster some game time, Danny Wilson a bit of game time, he might keep Sturridge back just in case we need him in a big game. Daniel Sturridge has got the experience, isn't he? To come off the bench and he can score goals still, and he's still got a little bit left on his contract. If he's going to run his contract down, that may be the situation there. I'm not too sure at the moment, but I think there's a lot more options ahead of signing a striker in this window, to be fair, for me anyway. Joe says, all right, Daz, mate, what have I missed? Not much, Joe. It's a bit of a laid-back one, so it's more Q&A, people asking me, questions, and then I just answer it. Mainly talks about, the latest with the journalist talking today about the latest with Nabil Fekir and Liverpool not being back in negotiations since the deal broke down. I said that I think that this could be a tactic. Liverpool could be using a journalist to put this out. Leon have been very vocal over that situation. Liverpool have been very quiet. Maybe they're using the journalists close to Liverpool to use this to make Leon think, oh, what if this is true? What if Liverpool aren't interested? Still Nabil Fekir is at the World Cup with his national team, so it could all be tactics. But I did say, who knows? I don't think many journalists know anything, guys. I really don't. It's one of those transfer windows. I think Liverpool have definitely turned a corner as far as it comes to leaks. I really do. And the only information that is getting out is what Liverpool want, unless it's coming from the other camp, from the other teams. All the journalists are getting over Nabil Fekir stuff is what Leon is saying. And what Leon is saying is not true, because you know what their history is like over stuff like this. They play mind games, don't they? So it's a difficult one with Fekir, guys. I would have Kasper Schmeichel in a heartbeat, says Michael. Yeah. So you obviously rate him. A lot of people do, Michael. You're not the only one. A lot of people do rate him. And I think a lot of people, obviously after this last game, are saying that we should sign him. Like I say, people that I speak to that are close to me that talk about the goalkeeping situation, have been speaking about Liverpool recently, say that Liverpool need to sign Schmeichel. And until now, I've been like, no, I just don't see it. But if we're not going to sign at Alisson, if we're not going to sign at Oblak, and you're looking at the options, Schmeichel is probably on that next step or in that list, in that bracket, isn't he, of the other goalkeepers? But it's difficult, isn't it? Look, Nazar says, I don't like his dad as he was Man United's keeper. Yeah, that was my thing with it, Nazar. I was sitting there and I was thinking, I can't see his dad at Anfield, man. At Anfield every game. But you could say that about a lot of things now. You've got to forget about the past in that sense, haven't you? And you've got to look at it and think, right, if he's a top keeper, if he comes in and he does a job that Liverpool need, then who cares about that? Do you see what I'm saying? But I don't know. I still would like to see a top keeper come in, is the overall look on it. But Schmeichel's one of the goalkeepers that would fall under the bracket of a good keeper that could come in and do a job, I guess. Matthew says, I'm just enjoying the World Cup and not paying too much attention to the LFC rumours. I think that, like you say, transfers will resume after the World Cup. Yep, I stand by that, Matthew. You know, I think there's a few of us that are saying that and are doing that. If I didn't have a YouTube channel, if I didn't have to talk about transfers all the time, I would literally just be paying no attention really to it at the moment. I mean, to be fair, before I did the YouTube channels, I always dug into transfers anyway. I liked to try and work out who Liverpool was going to be signing. But like this stuff with Fekir, after a little while, I would have just got fed up with it. And I would have been like, look, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it's not, it's not. So I would have given up by now. The only reason I haven't is purely because people message me every day asking me what the latest is with it. But yeah, if I didn't do this, guys, and people didn't ask me, I would just be forgetting about it and just looking at it going, nothing's going to happen until he's back from the World Cup. So enjoy the World Cup and maybe hope that he's out of it soon so that we can finally figure out what's going on with it. I think the first that you might see is once he's out of the World Cup, his agent might have a word. You'll see something leaked a little bit there, and then maybe it will spark something off. Hopefully. Anyway, Michael says, I prefer Schmeichel, Daz. Yeah, see, thank you very much, Michael. Yeah, I think quite a few people do like the sounds of Schmeichel, and like you said there, over Pope, Schmeichel's definitely got a few more seasons under his belt. When I asked people about would they take Pope at Liverpool, they said he hasn't had many seasons to prove how good he is yet. People are saying, look, he's had one good season really, but yeah, Schmeichel's been a good keeper for a while, hasn't he? Mark Wood says Kasper Schmeichel is a United fan through and through. He wouldn't sign for us. Yeah, that's the trouble. That is the trouble. But I think someone said, someone pointed out to me about him playing for Man City. So I was a little bit like, well, if he played for Man City, maybe he would play for Liverpool. But Fekir's very high on my wish list, as yeah, he's very high on mine as well. It would just be a goalkeeper. If we could sign a top goalkeeper and Fekir, I would be like, right, I'm happy. Anyone else is a bonus. Someone like Shaqiri, bit of experience, another set piece taker in the team as well as Fekir, and he's a good rotation player. I'll take that, you know. And then I would see how we line up next year and what we can do. Liverpool need another centre back, says Connor, or a striker. Yeah, we need cover for the front three. I would say that. And I've said for time, my one concern is if something happens to Van Dijk, then we would regret not bringing in another quality centre back to the team. As much as Lovren's done really, really well recently, he's still yet to be that consistent centre back that Liverpool require. And he's good when he's next to Van Dijk. He's been good in the World Cup, but if Van Dijk drops out of the team and it's all on Lovren, you know, you've got Joel Matip to come back and Gomez there, you know, but before Van Dijk come in and before Robertson was in the team, we wasn't solid defensively at all, was we? And we still got mistakes. We still are shaky defensively. So there's still a lot of room for improvement there. So yeah, another top quality centre back would have been a good move in this window, I believe, as well. Look, British Warrior says Manolas. Yep. Burden says Dave Maddock did say back in June AFC will continue attempts to reignite the Fekir deal after the World Cup. Yeah, I stick with all those sort of reports, mate. For me, they will happen. It will start to kick off again after the World Cup. That's what I'm sticking with. I'm not believing anything that I'm seeing recently with everything Liverpool related, to be honest. Leon Granby, welcome to the stream, my friend. I hope you're good tonight. He says the Croatia keeper looks good. Seen him a few times now and he looks good, strong keeper, mate. Yeah, a few people have pointed out to me that the Croatia keeper is or should be an option. A lot of Liverpool fans looking at the World Cup you know, being Liverpool scouts, I love it. The Croatian keeper is definitely one of those keepers that I've had a lot of messages over saying, Daz, we need to sign this keeper. I would love to, you know, see how good that keeper is. If I haven't watched a lot of the World Cup myself, so it's hard for me to comment on how good they've been during the World Cup, but if I'm going off what you guys are saying, then yeah, he sounds like a good bet. Gary says, morning Dazza. Good morning, Gary. How are you today, mate? Hope you're very well. Ben says, lost count on how many keepers we've been linked with. Oh, tell me about it. With you now, got a Milan page saying we are in pole position for Donnarumma, which is lies in my opinion. Yeah, Ben, seriously. I don't believe that. I think it's just, I said it before, I think every paper, every journalist, anyone that wants to get a click knows that if you link Liverpool with a goalkeeper, it will get Liverpool fans to click on it, won't they? Because we all want goalkeepers, don't we? We all want a goalkeeper. So yeah, I don't know. One of the rumours that I saw was that he knocked Liverpool back and his agent wasn't happy. Again, it was a rumour. I don't know how true it was, but I didn't like the sounds of it. It'd be very silly of him if he did that. So I don't know whether it was fully true or not. But people have said that he's a good goalkeeper, but he's still prone to mistakes. He's very young though. If we did sign him, my one concern is because of his age. People say that we would have a top goalkeeper for years to come. I feel that he's the sort of goalkeeper that would use us for a couple of years and then maybe want to move on. I'm not too sure, but yeah, how many of you guys would take him at Liverpool? I think fairly quite a few Liverpool supporters would probably take him, to be honest. I think probably over Carrius anyway. Squism says, Daz, if Klopp still wants Fekir, but the club does not go back in, who do you think has the final word? If it's down to the medical situation, then it will be the club. I think the club will back Jurgen Klopp over signings and players, but you know, the power of the medical team is very much strong, and I think Liverpool Football Club will not invest money into a player if the medical team or medical staff are not fully convinced. But from what we saw with the latest rumours, and you know, if you're going off the agent and other stuff, what was said, not that the agent of Fekir would say that there was a medical issue, but a lot of sources around the time when it was like it was going to happen in the interview leak and all that, suggested that you know, the medical was passed, even though there was a concern and second opinion was asked. The medical was completed. So yeah, I'm not too bothered about that. But yeah, if you're looking at it, the only reason I think that Liverpool Football Club would have the final say would be if it was a medical issue. Other than that, I think Liverpool wouldn't go against Jurgen Klopp over transfers. I've seen people say that FSG have wanted a player before and Klopp didn't want them, he wanted someone else, and there was a disagreement. I don't believe that. I don't think FSG or Liverpool Football Club would be stupid to go against Klopp, because if they rock the boat, they know that they've got a very good manager that doesn't want and doesn't need to spend tons of money to work with quality players and to get the best out of players. If you look at how much net spend we've had since FSG's been in, and when you look at, you know, what Klopp achieved last season, a lot of people doubted Liverpool, saying that, you know, Liverpool wouldn't be able to secure Champions League football if we was playing in the Champions League as well. Do you remember that when we did it the season before? Well, guess what? We secured Champions League football and we got to a Champions League final, and that was because of Jurgen Klopp. So I don't think Liverpool Football Club and FSG would be stupid to go against him, because let's face it, you know, yes, he signed a world record defender, but that was halfway through a season, in the sense of that come later, didn't it? And before that, Klopp doesn't spend tons of money, does he, on transfers? Look at Robertson. He doesn't always need to spend massives of amounts, does he? Doctor says, hello Daz, how are you, mate? Are we signing a goalkeeper? Hello Doctor, I'm very well, mate. How are you? I'm not too sure whether we're signing a goalkeeper at the moment. It's all up in the air, but with the World Cup being on, everything is kind of at an even kill at the moment. I believe once the World Cup is over, Liverpool will start to kick-start everything off. Definitely once most of the teams are out of it as well, we'll start to see more movement. Alisson sounds like he was that top choice. Roma playing hardball. I don't know whether we will secure Alisson, so I feel like we're going to be shopping around a lower level of goalkeeper, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they won't be a good fit for Liverpool though. I think we all got our hopes up, didn't we, that we could be linked with Oblak or Alisson, but if we sign a goalkeeper, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt when they come in. They're going to be a Liverpool player, so they will have my backing. And I just hope that whoever's between the sticks next year does a job. That's all I care about, you know. You never know, Mark Woods. I bet if Klopp was to put in a better offer to sign Schmeichel, he would go to Liverpool. Matthew says Klopp 100% has the final say. Yeah. Louis says hopefully Alisson or someone else who is a decent goalkeeper, and Fekir and Shaqiri, new contract for Mane will be a decent window for me. Yeah, that would be a quality window, it really would. Oisk says hello Daz. Hello Oisk. I love it. Pog Godin is a good shout, you know. Yeah, Godin, very experienced player. As I said before, I would take him. Mark says, has Paul Joyce or Dave Maddox said anything about the goalkeeping situation or on who would or could come in? I think the latest that was said from any of those was that the Barcelona keeper is not an option, and that Alisson is like Liverpool's #1 target this window, but with the price, it doesn't look like Liverpool willing to match that. So that's the situation as far as those journalists have kind of said, mate. From what I remember reading and the latest with it all. I don't know how long I'll stay as I have to get up early tomorrow. Not a problem at all, my friend. It's a very late one. It's 1:20 in the morning here. So yeah, I appreciate that some of you guys will have to get up and out. I wanted to come on and just do a bit of a laid back one, a few quick Q&As with some of you guys from across the pond and some of you late nighters. I know that some of you guys work nights as well, so I know a few of you guys whack a few headphones in and walk around on your shift listening to me and reading the live chat. I said Karius will stay as #1 with Nick Pope as competition, says Mark. Yeah, is right, caught the stream. All good, Daz, says English. Yes, mate, I'm all good. Glad you're in the building. Almost 6k subs, says British Warrior. Yeah, it's getting there, mate. It's getting there. Like I say, once we get to 10,000 subscribers, hopefully then I'll get that community tab. So I'm really looking forward to getting that, because that means that I can put out polls and send out messages to all you guys, and you know, it just means a bit more interaction with the channel, especially for when the season is on. But again, you know, if we get there quick, if we get there slow, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm just really made up that you guys subscribe, tuning on live streams, giving your views on Liverpool. That's the most important thing. But yeah, you know, amazing that we hit the target that we did before so quick. Not sure, says Burden. Plain rice, boring, says Thomas Billings. Plain rice is boring. Depends if you add something to it, but then it wouldn't be plain, would it, I guess? Black pudding is delicious. Wow, guys, is the chat that far behind? We're talking about Man United now, aren't we? Shit with sugar on it, without the sugar. Yes, Joshua. Guys, wow, I'm that far behind. I'm going to have to jump down here. Man United equals sour beetroot. Yes, France will win it, says Adam. Marmite. Yeah, you either love it or you hate it, but I don't like Marmite. Sprouts, they're just regarding the food. Football's coming home, says Ollie. Yes, Ollie. Casper got the man of the match tonight. Apparently he had a quality performance tonight. Connor, realistic Mignolet will leave the club, so Danny Ward will become #2. So if we was to get Pope, Butland or Schmeichel, will be an upgrade anyway. Yes, the Kilted's in the build. Daz, hey guys, hello Kilted. I've only just got here. John Hamilton, welcome to stream. SW, he's going home, he's going home, he's going home. Ramos is going home. Yes. Tears of joy from Liverpool supporters. Tears in general for Ramos. Absolutely brilliant day for Liverpool supporters when it's seeing that. I've skipped down to the bottom, guys. I've skipped down to the bottom because I noticed that I was quite far behind on live chat. So my apologies if I've missed a lot of comments. I'm well aware I am, but for anyone that's just joined out, I don't want to miss out on the comments now. So yeah, I couldn't believe how far I was behind. Like, you guys have gone mental on a live chat. Do you realise it's like 1:20 in the morning here? Jay says, late one, Daz. Is there some breaking news? No breaking news, Jay. Just, I can't stay away from the Liverpool supporters. That's what it is. I like talking about Liverpool, and I like involving the people as well around the other side of the world from me. The late ones allow those guys to get in on the live streams, which they can't always join in if I do it at like 5 o'clock. My time, you know. Liam says, why don't we just offer Mignolet plus cash for Alisson? Yeah, they may be interested in Mignolet. I think Mignolet would do a job for them out there. I really do. Why is Joel Matip not joining the season tomorrow? Joel Matip, Krishna, what do you mean, my friend? Paul Turner says it's even later in Spain, Daz. Yeah, very true, very true. Yeah, apologies for anyone that is up really, really late and just can't help but join the live stream. But yeah, yeah, I can't take the blame for people that stay up really, really late on live streams. I used to do that. People used to tell me that they had to be up in the morning at 5 o'clock for work. I used to go, you nutters, like, go to bed, go to bed. Craig says, no plan to go in for Alderweireld. Craig, I wanted Alderweireld, I really did. And I heard a rumour that apparently Liverpool did fill Alderweireld out, and apparently he said that he wasn't interested. Apparently he wanted to move to United. So, yeah, I didn't like that. Because I like him, I rate him. I think it would be a fantastic move for Liverpool. I think it would be a fantastic move for him as well. But yeah, if he prefers them over Liverpool, then I suggest we just move on, you know, if that was the case. But I heard that a long time before it started coming out with the links to United as well. So there may have been some truth in it. Who knows? But yeah, if we could have signed Alderweireld, then I would have definitely have gone for him, mate. Ferno says, I personally think that Alisson is overrated. Brazil needs to start Firmino and Edison if they want to win the World Cup, in my honest opinion. Alisson's been very shaky, hasn't he, recently? He hasn't been at his best, and I'm wondering whether it's all this hype around him and the money and the transfer stuff. I don't know. You've seen that this can affect players, so I'm wondering whether it's had an effect on him. I'm not too sure. Look, Alisson is a good keeper. He is a good keeper, but I've seen him make mistakes and I've seen him be shaky, and it's not a key. Liverpool Football Club need a keeper that doesn't make a lot of mistakes and is not shaky. Every keeper can make mistakes, but Liverpool need a goalkeeper that doesn't have that in their game very often, because Karius has that in his game, Mignolet has that in their game. Liverpool need a goalkeeper that oozes confidence. Yeah, we want someone that's a bit arrogant, really, don't we, between the sticks? So yeah, that's the kind of goalkeeper that I want to come in. Someone that's arrogant, that commands his box well. He's a good shot stopper, but I just want a bigger presence in the box. I want a big goalkeeper that makes us feel confident when crosses come into the box, that he can catch them. He's not going to fumble the ball. I know that parrying the ball is a big part of goalkeepers these days, but I much prefer to see goalkeepers that when a shot comes in, they keep hold of the ball. I know that goalkeepers are taught to push a ball away a lot, but Alisson worries me when I see him push the ball back into players, because when you look at the Premier League and you look at our defence sometimes can be they can switch off, can't they, during games? Liverpool defence can switch off, especially later on in games. Yeah, Alisson could come in, push the ball back in to our defence. If they're not switched on, it can cost us points. I mean, you know what's going to happen. Liverpool signing for what, 70, 80 million. He pushes the ball back into the defenders. They're switched off and a goal goes in, and everyone's going to be like, why have we just paid that much money? It wouldn't be a great start, would it? So I just want a keeper that gives me confidence. Furnace Alisson is a Brazilian. Mignolet, that Russian goalkeeper looked good, says Legends. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that. I think he had a really, really good game as well, mate, to be honest. He definitely looked good. That penalty save with his foot, it was top draw, wasn't it? A great save. I wouldn't go that far, Furno. Yeah. We need Milan Yes, as Virgil van Dijk's partner, says Samir. Yes, Alisson is a Brazilian. Mignolet. Matthew says Akinfeev is about 36 lol. He's a bit old, but still mad, says Matthew. Yes. John says, personally, I'll take Casper over Alisson. See, so you'll take Schmeichel over Alisson. Put in the live chat now, guys. How many of you guys... okay, let me reword this. With what you've seen of Alisson recently, because a lot of people are saying that they've been concerned watching Alisson recently because of his shaky performances. Would you still sign Alisson for, if it's going to cost Liverpool 80 million, would you still sign Alisson for 80 million this window, or would you prefer to sign a Premier League proven keeper like Schmeichel or Courtois? There you go. Courtois, Schmeichel or Alisson? Let me know. Ben says Alisson, as he's younger, still has time to improve further. Yeah, he's definitely got room for improvement. Alisson has a higher ceiling and it's unfair to judge him at the World Cup, says Matthew. Good point. You can't always judge people on World Cup performances. It goes the same way for people saying about signing players just on their World Cup performances as well. Not for 80 million, says John. That's the point I'm making there, guys. If you're looking at spending 80 million, which is what Roma roughly want, that's my point. It's a lot of money. If you're looking at Liverpool signing this goalkeeper for 80 million. Mo says, would have loved to have bought Perrin from Genoa, but he's gone to Juve on a really cheap deal. Yeah, not worth 80 million, says Nathan. That's the trouble. I mean, if we could sign Alisson for 40, 50 million, which is probably what he's worth in today's market, there would be no qualm in it. But 80 million... I don't think Roma's going to get that, but that's probably their plan with that price tag. Alisson isn't even good enough for 80 million, for 80, but hell, he's better than our options at the minute. Dylan, yeah, he is. He's still better than what we've got. Samir says, rather have Lord Bogdan in gold and buy a new keeper. Oh, God. Lord Bogdan. Wow, seriously, you guys that have been on the channel for a while know my views on Bogdan, and you know exactly what I thought of him when I was watching. We was at a friendly, and yeah, we was behind the goal when he was warming up, and he's not a very good keeper at all. Before we buy a goalkeeper, we need a new goalkeeping coach. Even I fully agree with that, Adam, as well. I think the goalkeeping coach should be looked at. I fully agree. Ben says you can't judge Alisson for the World Cup, in my opinion. Loads of top players don't perform at the World Cup. Yeah, I mean, look at the teams that have gone out. So I agree with these statements, guys, that you can't judge players for the World Cup. If we're talking about the price tag here, guys, you know, 80 million. Is it Alisson, or was he ever worth the 80 million? You're talking about a goalkeeper and 80 million, and you're looking at Oblak for 88 million there. That's kind of the question. That's what I said about rewording it. I'd rather have Lord Bogdan in goal. That was where I was. Alisson isn't worth 80 million. Liam says that's one thing we really need to cut out of our game this season. Switching off, like you said, Daz. I agree. Yeah, that is one of the issues that Liverpool need to sort out, isn't it? Is we do switch off later. I think it's more later in the games, isn't it? As the games get on, especially if we're 2 goals up, it's that 2-goal cushion. When Liverpool got a 2-goal cushion, the defenders, and I think it's not just the defence, it's the midfield's about getting back. So I think with Fabinho coming in and you know, Naby Keita, that is also very good defensively in midfield. That will help, because those 2 players will help us massively defensively as well next year. So I'm looking forward to see how much more solid we will be defensively with those 2 midfielders. But yeah, we need to stop switching off. All right, that is one of the key areas that Liverpool need to improve on. I'm hoping pre-season helps that as well. Lord says we need a good backup front for the front 3. I'm guessing that was my friend. Another centre back. Now, I don't mind even if we don't get a keeper. Just get rid of one of the keepers and promote Danny Ward. I think Danny Ward deserves game time, Lord, 100%. If Danny Ward's not going to get game time, I think he deserves a move elsewhere to get game time. I thought it was very unfair that he was kept back for cup games and then wasn't used in the cup game. I know we got kicked out of the cup early, one of them, but then he wasn't used at all, was he? Legend says for 40, 50 million, I will say let's try to get it, but for 80 million, never. Yes. Yeah, 80 million is a hell of a lot of money for a goalkeeper. Hell of a lot of money. And like I say, a lot of people have been saying that looking at him with his, I think the shaky, I don't know whether it's just the World Cup. I am wondering whether it's all this talk about him with transfer rumours and stuff. I think there's a lot of pressure around Alisson at the moment. I really do. It's something that you need to take into consideration with his performances as well. Alisson has been like that this year, though. He's a good shot stopper, but he doesn't catch a ball. He parries it. That's my concern with Alisson in general, Furno. When I was asked about Oblak and Alisson, who I prefer, I said Oblak. One, because for me, Oblak's my favourite keeper anyway, but I said that Oblak makes me more confident when it comes to the goalkeeping side of things. Oblak is a better shot stopper for me, and he does catch the ball more, and a few people that heard me say that said, yeah, but Oblak parries the ball as well, because this is today's game, this is what keepers do. But Oblak does keep the ball a lot more than what Alisson does. Alisson's very quick to parry the ball away, isn't he? I know keepers do that, but I'm looking at the situation here. I'm looking at Liverpool spent 80 million. And, if Liverpool do that, I just want to be confident that that goalkeeper is not going to be a situation for Liverpool in a year's time or 2 years' time. Not that we have any say over it whatsoever, but we're just Liverpool fans discussing it, which is always cool, isn't it, doing it? Alisson was suspect at times in the league last season as well, not just the World Cup, says John. Yeah, Imtiaz says Oblak all the way. Yeah, I know that a lot of people said that, they had their concerns over Alisson when we was first linked, saying that there was too much hype surrounding him when we were first linked with him. So I like getting this, guys. I like getting people's opinions on different things. And I know people would have different views on the goalkeepers, have different views on the thing. Obviously, people look at different players in different ways. I mean, you look at the Nabil Fekir stuff, for instance. I really highly rate Nabil Fekir, but then there was people that when we were first linked with him, and I don't mean this window either, we were first linked with Nabil Fekir a long time ago, back when we first moved for Thomas Lemar. And I was talking about Nabil Fekir back then, and everyone wanted Thomas Lemar, and I said, I'm not sure that Thomas Lemar is our first choice. A lot of people wanted Lemar and said that he was better than Nabil Fekir. And I didn't think that, but it's always good. This is why football's a brilliant game, a brilliant sport, because people's opinions differ. It's brilliant. Samir says 2018-19 will be the season we move from 18th to 19th Premier League title, and you can screenshot that, Samir. I so hope you're right with that one. I would love for that to be the case, my friend. I've got every confidence that Liverpool do definitely take the next step. I'm hoping that we address some of the key areas that we need to be able to take the next step. I think this is the window that we've got the platform to be able to do that. And I think with the Champions League run that we had last year, that will give some of the boys that was already at us more experience. We need to learn from some of the mistakes, and we need to push on next year. It's the right time to push on. 2 years consistently in the Champions League as well. We need to be taking that next step as well. People saying what do Liverpool need to do to create a fear factor around us. I think teams are scared to come out and play their way against us because they know that they will get beat. But to stop teams from sitting back against us, we need to create a fear factor in that sense. And I said, you've got to start beating teams that park the bus against us and conceding silly goals from set pieces and allowing teams to counter us. We need to work out a system, a way of beating those teams. And yeah, I think we'll do that next year, guys. I'm hoping that we do anyway. Alan Burns says, hey Daz, this is my first time live with you tonight. Good channel, love it. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Alan. I'm glad you managed to catch us live, mate. Welcome to the stream, and yeah, I'm glad you love the channel as well. For yourself and for anyone that's new, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. It means a lot that you guys are, subscribing, joining, and giving me your views on Liverpool. That's why I wanted to do it, and it's growing nicely. And yeah, Alan, if you've got any views on what we're talking about, mate, goalkeeper situation, Nabil Fekir, any questions in general, feel free to put it in the live chat, mate. But yeah, overall, thank you for joining me tonight, mate. Dylan says true, but he's shown he's top quality, and I'd pay big money for him because he's goalkeepers. It's a goalkeeper that we really need. Dylan, yeah, this is the thing. If you're going to spend massive on one player this window, if you ask any Liverpool supporter right now, right, you can sign one player this window, one more signing, what position would it be? Everyone would say goalkeeper, pretty much, or at least 90% of Liverpool supporters would probably say it's got to be the goalkeeping area. So I do get what you're saying in the sense of Liverpool need to pay big for a goalkeeper. My views is with the amount that they want, I say just spend the extra and try and test Oblak's, result. Will he come to Liverpool? Because I'd much prefer Oblak, but we saw the rumours. I never thought there was much evidence towards that. But yeah, for that fee, I just don't see Liverpool meeting that for that fee. MM says, always liked Fekir more than Lamar. He's got a bit more grit to him as well as being so skilled. Yeah, I think so as well, Em. I really do. Brad the Gamer says, hi. Hello, Brad. Yeah, Em, honestly, I think so. A lot of people really, really, really wanted Lamar and really rated him. I followed Fekir for a long time. Being the captain as well, I think Fekir brings a lot more to Liverpool if he comes than what Thomas Lamar would have. So yeah, I like it. I still hope that we can make a deal happen there and that Fekir comes in, because I don't think we would regret it, and I think we'd be very happy with him if he comes to us. Ferno says, I remember me and you, Daz, saying that Fekir was better than Lamar before we even linked with Fekir. Yeah, Ferno, 100%. Ferno, guys, was one of... Well, I think it was literally just me and you mainly, Ferno, that was talking about Fekir, wasn't we? Everyone was like in this land of we need to sign Thomas Lamar. Me and Ferno were sitting there going, Thomas Lamar is not our main target, Fekir is, and we was having this conversation over a year ago, and we were saying that Fekir is the one that we need to bring in. He will be the player that will come in, and especially seeing Coutinho links going out, I think me and you, Ferno, were saying that Fekir will be a quality replacement if Coutinho was to leave and stuff, and everyone was saying Thomas Lamar still. So yeah, it's quality to see that. Well, it's not happened as it yet, but it is really good to see that it kind of did pan out that way. So it just shows that we was sniffing in the right direction, wasn't we, Ferno? Kieran says Gelson Martins might be available for free. Do you think we should go for him or look at other wingers? Gelson Martins is a very talented football player, Kieran. Very talented. I would love for Liverpool to go after him. I think it'd be a very good addition. His situation is definitely something that I feel that Liverpool should be trying to take advantage of. But at the same time, I don't think it's quite as clear cut as what we think to try and sign him. But yeah, Gelson Martins, the only downside that people keep trying to say to me when I ask them about him is they say that he looks quite lightweight, but I don't think he is that lightweight. Yeah, he's small, he's very pacey, he's very skilled, he's very talented, but I think he's quite strong as well. He's got a bit of strength about him, he can hold players off as well, so I think he would be a very good addition to Liverpool's team. If you're looking at Liverpool and people say about backups for the front three, or definitely for Mane, Salah, if you're looking at a pacey player to come in as a backup, Gelson Martins is that, isn't he? Shaqiri, if Shaqiri comes to Liverpool, he's not backup for the front three in the sense of a pacey player. Fekir can play as a winger. Fekir is not that blitz of a player. For instance, guys, look at when Mo Salah comes off the pitch for Liverpool. How many times towards the end of the season did you see, as soon as Salah come off the pitch, other teams attacked against Liverpool because we lost that pace in behind. We only had really Mane there, but Mane played a little bit deeper than what Salah did. Salah kind of played further up the pitch and was kind of playing off the back of the defensive line. He was really playing off their shoulders, whereas Mane wasn't doing that, was he? So you need another player that has that real pace to get him behind. Mane did that before Salah come in. Mane, once Salah come in, didn't do that. As soon as Salah comes off the pitch, you need a player to come on that still has that pace and threat to go in behind. I want to see Mane do that more when Salah's not on the pitch. I really do. Because he was that pacey man for Liverpool. and he still could be. But yeah, I think Gelson Martins would be a quality addition in that sense. I think Pulisic, another quick player that could add that as well. But yeah, if you're looking at Shaqiri that we're being linked with, he's not that pacey player that will play off the shoulder, is he? So yeah, I think we should go after him, mate. Evan says, I hope Liverpool can get Fekir, Boateng and Courtois. You know, Fekir getting that done will be a really, really solid deal for Liverpool. Boateng, a solid player that if he's available and if Liverpool go and, you know, get a centre-back in, I don't think you'd see a lot of Liverpool fans argue that deal. I've seen a few people saying, no, I wouldn't take him, but I think the majority of Liverpool supporters would go, yeah, I'll take him. And Courtois, Premier League experience, goalkeeper, very solid. I think anyone that I think we've been linked with, I see Courtois is probably the main goalkeeper that I would say, yeah, come in and he'll do a job for Liverpool. And I think we know that, don't we? But as far as everything's going there, it's all up in the air with the goalkeepers. I really would just like to know what's going on, even just with the goalkeepers at Liverpool. We're seeing all these goalkeepers linked with Liverpool. I want Liverpool to tell us what's going on with our goalkeepers that are at the club. That would be nice to know, wouldn't it? John says, doesn't matter how good your keeper is if the defence can't stop players raining shots down on him constantly. Yeah, John, it's very true. I think this is a thing, John. Everyone was talking about Karius, wasn't they? About him progressing and getting better and the number of clean sheets and that. And it coincided with Liverpool getting better defensively and defending better as a team. We definitely improved defensively. Towards the end of last season we got better, so I think we'll be better even more so next season in that department. But you're very right, you could have a world-class goalkeeper if you're still leaking when it comes to defence. If your midfield's not doing their job and getting back in, then you're still going to always have loads of shots at the goal. If you're still conceding a lot of set pieces and you're not set up right, then you're still going to concede goals. And it doesn't matter whether you've got a £100 million goalkeeper in goal or whether you've got a £30 million goalkeeper in goal. You still will concede goals. But having a top quality goalkeeper does help to a certain degree. But this is what people are saying. Maybe if Liverpool don't go out and spend a fortune on a top goalkeeper, at least sign another top quality centre-back or some more quality in a defensive-minded players just to help us when it comes to that. I think we still need to work on, set-piece defending, man marking. They need to change a few things for me. The system needs to be tweaked a little bit. When teams counter us, when they park the bus against us, we need to learn how to stop their counter against us. Last game of the season, that formation worked. Playing Bobby off of another striker, I think we squashed them. I really do think we did. I hope to see more of that next year. So Murphy says Brandt is very good. Premier League fans dislike him because he was chosen over Sane. Yeah, Brandt is a very, very good player. I like him. I'm a big fan of Brandt, to be honest. I wanted him when Liverpool was linked with him. I wanted him to join Liverpool. I think he was a sort of player. I'm not saying he's a Kevin De Bruyne, but he just if Klopp got a hold of Brandt, I see that he could be that sort of a player that could end up a top player under Jurgen Klopp in the Premier League. I really do think he could be that. I feel like Klopp will make Shaqiri very good, says Fana. I feel like that as well. I think that he will come good. Brandt has pace, doesn't he? Brandt's got... I would say Brandt is a pace... He's not a speedster. He's not someone that is all about pace. But yeah, look, Louis saying as well about the Bayern Munich thing with Brandt. That's what you got to consider with Brandt as well, guys. But he's got a bit of pace about him, but he's not a speedster. Brandt gives you so much more. But yeah, I don't look at Brandt like he's someone that will play off the shoulder. He's not like Salah or Mane, if that makes sense, mate. Was Ramos crying? It says Vickers. Yes, 100% he was. We won't forget this day for a long time, will we? It was absolutely brilliant. Andre says Mikey is decent, but he will want first team football, and he isn't better than Mane. No, he isn't. Not yet. He's not, for definite. Croc says we can't keep Karius. He isn't rubbish like everyone makes him out to be. Oh, we can keep Karius. He isn't rubbish like everyone makes him out to be. I don't see Karius leaving Liverpool. I don't see Karius going in this window. I see people saying that he will leave, but I don't see Klopp throwing him out the club. I see Karius sticking around. I think he'd be fighting for the first team spot with whoever we do sign. I see Mignolet going. I see Danny Ward wanting game time. This situation, I want to see what's going on with the goalkeepers. I want Liverpool. I just want to know what's going on with who we've got first. Germany would have went through if Sane was there, says Ferno. Yeah, a lot of people saying if they would have had him, would he stay? Would he go? Would he stay? Would he go? Would they have won? Would they still be in it? I don't know. One player, he's very talented, but yeah, Sane is far more superior than Brandt, says Fun. Sane is a very talented player. He did very, very good. Daz, you not tired, mate, says Mo. I'm very tired now. I am getting very, very tired as it's going on. It's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll be clocking off in a minute. You can tell as I'm getting tired, you know, my speech is starting to go and stuff. I'm reading things slightly slower. So, yeah, we'll be clocking off in a minute, guys. But a couple more questions quick. Read a couple more of your things and then I'll clock off. Also, Daz, have you been playing any PS4 recently? Yeah, I switched it on the other day just for my boy. I put FIFA on for him because he's all about football and stuff at the moment, and he used to watch me play on FIFA and everything on it, so I put it on just to see what was new with it, to see what you guys was on about with it, and yeah, he loved it. He wanted to sit there, so I gave him the control, and yeah, that was about it really. I don't have too much time, to be fair, with it, but yeah, he loves the FIFA on the game. He used to like it when COD was on as well, but I ain't put that on for him recently. Otherwise he ends up shooting the house up, basically. Get Xbox, Daz, says Dylan. Yeah, a lot of people I know ended up switching to Xbox, but I still got a PS4. I say that it's a glorified DVD player now for my son because he uses it more than what I do. He's not even 2 years old, but I just don't have the time for the PS4 anymore, guys. I really don't. I used to play it a lot, but I just don't get the time, guys. But my son uses it, and I'm sure as he grows older, he starts to use the games and that as well. Hope we don't get any German players after what I've seen in the World Cup, says Liv. Yeah. Daz, didn't Roma sign a goalkeeper? I'm not too sure, mate. I'm not too sure. I don't know what their situation is with the goalkeepers at the moment, whether they've signed one or not just yet. Mike says, Black won't join us. It's just bull to get our fans hyped up, and then we'll get annoyed when we actually sign someone nowhere near as good. Yeah, I don't think there was too much evidence to do with Black and Liverpool anyway. Mikey, by the way, I know you're normally one that messages me on Snapchat. I think someone hacked my Snapchat, so I've been logged out of it. Alright, so just a heads up, if you've been messaging me on Snapchat and I've not been reading it, that would be why. Alright, because I can't get back into it. Just a heads up, buddy. Andre, even if we had to put Torreira on the bench, I would steal him from Arsenal. A lot of people are saying about that, saying that we should steal him. I'm on a home screen on PS4 and my baby brother always shows me what game to play or he get mad at me. Ben says, Daz, we was linked with Jerome Boateng a few weeks back and he's available for 35 million. I would absolutely loved it if we signed him out of nowhere, just like Fabinho. It's a dream, but you never know. It's very possible. Ben, it's very possible. Like you say, very much rightly to put Fabinho in there, saying that we didn't know about that. This Boateng could well happen. I would take it, mate. I would definitely take it. Joffin says James Rodriguez would be better signing than Fekir. I would like Rodriguez at Liverpool. I think he's a very, very good player. I'm not sure that it would happen. Fekir is a quality player in his own right, though. I think Fekir would bring a lot to Liverpool. He always chooses God. Yeah, my son loves it just because he likes, he likes guns and he's always running around shooting everything. But my missus don't put Call of Duty on with him around. So I was like, okay, I'll stop doing that. That was ages ago anyway. Have you made a new account? No, I haven't, mate. I haven't yet. I just can't get back into that one. I'm going to have to try and get back into that one. Apparently Godin is available for 20 million. Is he actually available for 20 million? If that's the case, he's not a bad shout there. Dylan says, what's your Snapchat name, Daz? I think it's Mikey. What is it? It's on the bench LFC, isn't it? I think it's just on the bench LFC. But at the moment, it's not logged in, guys. Just a heads up. So I haven't been able to read anyone's messages that have been sent to me recently because I think it was hacked. All right. Someone managed to get into it. Matthew says that Godin is exceptional, but he is 33 and the Premier League might be too physical for him. Yeah, I agree. I agree at his age. It might just be an experienced player to bring in, maybe. Godin has been one of the best defenders in the world last few years, but he doesn't get the recognition he deserves. Yeah, Godin still has it in him though, says Furno. Right, guys, I'm going to get off. Look, Mikey's put, there it is. That's the Snapchat name there, guys, on the bench LFC. Literally written like that. But just a heads up though, like I said, I'm not able to log into it at the moment, but when I get some time, I will try and get back into that account. But I said, guys, come Wednesday, I'm off on holiday. So if I can't get into it before that, I will do it once I'm back off holiday. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. It's been really nice to talk to you guys. It's been a laid back live stream, just Q&As, talking to you guys in the live chat mainly. Hopefully we will see a bit more, you know, Liverpool related with the more teams that come out of the World Cup. We might see a bit more transfer related, hopefully. Mark Wood says, have a nice holiday. Thank you very much, Mark. Hopefully. It'd be nice to have a little bit of a break with the family. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Good night, Daz. Good live stream. Thank you very much, Louis. Take it easy, guys. Thank you for joining me. I don't think it was too bad. I might be able to leave this one up. I don't know. For those of you that are new to the channel as well, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. That makes you a legend. All my subscribers are legends. John, thank you, mate. Good night. Good night. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I'm tired. I'm rambling. I ramble when I'm tired. That's what happens. All right. Take it easy, everyone. If I don't get to do a live stream before I go on holiday, because we've got a few things that I've got to sort out before I get to go on holiday. So if nothing breaks, like as in not equipment, but if nothing breaks Liverpool related, then I might not get time to do a live stream, right? But if there is breaking news, of course I'll grab my phone at least or something and do something for you. And when I'm on holiday, I will try and do a couple of videos on the beach LFC or something like you guys are saying. All right, take it easy, everyone. Enjoy as much as you can the rest of the World Cup. If I don't speak to you before I go on holiday, you'll see a video from me while I'm on holiday. All right, take it easy, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. I've been on the bench LFC. You've all been legends. I'll see you in the next one.